welcome to today's yoga session. Today we'll be doing a yoga sculpt class using light, medium, and heavy weights. If you don't have that exact combination of weights or you don't have any weights at home, that's fine. You can do any of what we're doing today without weights or using whatever degree of weight you do have at home. You may also want to locate something equivalent to a yoga strap, which could be an actual yoga strap or maybe a belt or a scarf. Something that you can use that has a little bit of length to it and some tension. We're going to start off in a comfortable cross-legged seat. So find your seat on your mat, close your eyes here, and we'll start to just take some big breaths in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. One more time, inhale, exhale. Start to open your eyes as you circle your arms up and overhead. Bring the palms together. As you exhale, release your left hand outside your left hip and stretch your right arm up and over. Come back through to center. Take your right hand down and your left arm up and over. Come back to center. Bring both hands up and overhead. Intertwine your palms. Turn your hands inside out. Look up to the sky. Exhale, round the back of the body. Press the hands forward. Inhale, press all the way up and release your hands down by your side. Go ahead and take your arms back up and overhead, and this time take your left hand across your body outside your right thigh as you peel over your right shoulder, a little seated twist. Come all the way up to center, inhale, and exhale, peel over the left shoulder. Come all the way up to center, inhale, and exhale, release your palms down in front of you. Lengthen the back of the body. Stretch here. And then begin to roll your way up. Unravel yourself to your tabletop. Make sure you have a set of your light weights. And if you have heavy or mid-weight weights, have them handy as well. We'll start off in a tabletop shape here. Hands and knees. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Start to tuck your toes, tilt your seat to the sky. Inhale, open your chest for your cow shape. And as you exhale, untuck your toes, round your back for your cat. Inhale 2 more times. Open your chest. Exhale, round the back. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Come back through to neutral tabletop. Stretch your left leg long with the toes pressed on the floor. Push back into the left heel so you're really lengthening to the back of the left leg. And then locate your light weight. So I have a 2-pounder here. You're going to start to lift the left leg up to hip height and then stretch the right arm long in front of you. As you exhale, curl knee and elbow under the body. Inhale, re-extend. Do this 5 times total, so 4 more times. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more times. Exhale. Inhale, 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale, 1 more time. Exhale. Inhale. Release the weight, release the hand, release the knee. Stretch the right leg back now. Tuck the toes, push back into the heel. Take the light weight in the left hand. Stretch the left arm long, lift the right leg long. As you exhale, curl knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale, 3 more times. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more time. Exhale. Inhale. Release the weight. Release the hand. Take your mid-weight or your heavy weight. So I'm going to use my 10-pound weight here. Put it behind the back of the left knee. Hug that weight with the back of the knee. Keep the left foot flexed and start to lift the knee up to hip height. Now press the heel high to the sky, keeping the knee bent. As you exhale, round under the body. Inhale, press up. Exhale, round. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and slow here. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Don't let the knee touch the ground here, but come back to that tabletop shape. So the left knee's hovering above the ground, then open up like a clamshell, and then release down. 4 more times. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. And release down. Switch the weight over to the right knee, the back of the right knee. And again, you're gonna flex that right foot now, lift the knee up to hip height, and then press up as high to the sky as you can. Hug the knee to the nose. Inhale up. Exhale down 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale 1 more time. Exhale. Now don't let that knee touch the ground. Open up like a clamshell 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now release the right knee down. Remove that heavy weight or the mid weight, whatever you have there. Place it on the floor and take some big, deep sways and circles of the hips. So swaying your body left to right, circling the hips, rolling out the outer hips and the glutes a little bit. Come back through to that neutral tabletop shape. You're going to use the lightweight heels here, so have it handy. Start to kick the left shin off the left side of the mat. Replant your left hand directly under your face, and then pivot open for a supported side plank. Take that light weight with you in your right hand, then lift the right leg up to hip height and stretch the right arm up and over the right ear. As you exhale, now knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale 3 more times. Exhale. Inhale 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale 1 more time. Exhale. Inhale. Release the foot down. Release the weight down. Go ahead and just stretch up and over, pressing all your energy into the outer right hip, and then circle yourself down and around back into your tabletop. We'll pivot over right to the other side. So the right shin kicks open, the right hand grounds down. You're in your supported side plank. Left leg lifts, left arm over left ear. Exhale, curl knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale 3 more times. Exhale. Inhale 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale 1 more. And lengthen. Release the weight. Release the hands. Release the knee. Bring your big toes to touch. Open your knees wide. Send your seat to your heels. Find your child's pose. Stretch your fingertips really long in front of you. And then start to pull yourself up from here into your downward dog. Tuck your toes. Send your hips high. Pedal out your feet a few times. Stretching the back of the legs. From your down dog, roll forward to your plank pose. From your plank pose, tap just your knees to the ground. Lower yourself halfway, half chaturanga. Hold here and breathe. Press yourself back up. Lift your knees up off the ground. Come back into your downward dog. Lift your right leg high to the sky. As you exhale, curl the knee to the nose. Pull yourself forward. 2 more times. Inhale. Lengthen the leg. Exhale, curl the knee to the nose. Inhale, lengthen. This time, as you curl the knee to the nose, bring the right foot between your hands. Tap your left knee down to the ground. Grab your light weights or your mid weights and lift yourself up into a supported low lunge. Take your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, rotate the palms so they're facing forward. Bend your elbows at shoulder height. You're going to take the elbows towards one another, a little chest press. Inhale, open. 4 more times. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more. Exhale. Inhale. Release your weights down by your side, the side of the foot. Bring your hands up to that right thigh. Open your chest here. Really stretch the left thigh. Breathe. Then take your hands down to the ground to frame the right foot. Now straighten the right leg. Pull the toes towards your body. Lengthen the back of the leg. Rebend the front knee. Tuck the back toes and come up into a low lunge. So the back knee is off the ground. Lengthen the back of the body. Hover your hands just above the ground. Now try to keep that right knee right on top of the right ankle. Breathe. You can stay here or you can bring the weights into this and do some rows. Pulling back, releasing down. 4 more times. Pull up, release down. 3 more times. Up, down. 2 more times. Up, down. 1 more time. Up, down. Release the weights, release the hands. Press yourself back into your downward dog. Pedal out the feet a little bit for a few breaths. And then roll yourself forward to your plank pose. Tap just your knees down to the ground. Lower yourself halfway, hold here and breathe. Untuck your toes and then roll up into whatever back bend you're ready for. It might be an upward facing dog, it might be a cobra or a baby cobra. Roll yourself back into your downward dog. Lift your left leg into the air, inhale. Exhale, pull the knee to the nose. Inhale, press up. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale. Exhale, and now that left foot comes between the hands. Tap your right knee down to the ground. Bring your weights with you. Rise all the way up, stretch the arms up, rotate the palms to face forward. Bend the elbows, chest presses. Bring the elbows and palms together. Open up. 4 more times. 3 more times. 2 more times, you got it. 1 more time. Release the weights down to frame the front foot. And now the back knee comes off the ground. So you're in that low lunge. Hover your hands just above the ground, just like the other side. You can stay here, or you can reach for those weights and do some rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set the weights down, palms on the ground. Press back to your downward dog. From down dog, roll yourself forward to your plank pose. Tap just your knees to the ground. Lift your belly to your spine. Lower halfway, shoulders above the elbows. Tuck your toes and lift your knees up off the ground so you end up in a full chaturanga. Breathe and then untuck your toes. Open up into your upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over your toes. Back to your downward dog. Take a few big breaths here. If you ever need to tap your knees down for a child's pose, do so whenever it feels right to you. And then start to walk yourself forward to the front of the mat. Step by step, fold over your legs. Let your head and your neck release. Begin to roll your way up to stand. Circle arms up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands down by your side. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over your legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway up. Open your chest here. Exhale, fold all the way down and roll your way up to stand. Circle arms up and overhead. One more time. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Roll your way up to stand. Circle arms up and overhead. And release your hands down by your side. Take a big breath here. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Take your arms overhead. Fold yourself down. As you fold down, step your right leg back. Low lunge. Bring with you a set of weights. Maybe your heavy weights, maybe your mid weights. Come up into your high lunge. Bend the back knee. Tilt the front of the pelvis and start to lower that right knee almost to touch the ground. Hold here and breathe. We're going to do some shoulder presses. Press the weights up and pull down. Up and down. 3 more times. Up and down. 2 more times. Up, down. 1 more time. Up, down. Release the weights down to the ground. Press your palms on the earth as you step the right foot closer and wider. So you're widening your stance left to right and shortening it. So both legs are straight and both feet are on the ground. Fold over that left leg. Find the hamstring stretch here. 1 more breath. And then take that right foot right back where it came from. So you're in your low lunge. Press yourself back into your downward dog. Roll yourself forward to your plank pose and roll over to the right side. Find a right side plank. Left arm lifts up and over. You can keep just the arm lifted, or you can reach for one of your light weights. Lift it up to the sky. Circle the left arm up and over the left ear. Lift the left leg up. Exhale, bring the knee and elbow together. Inhale, extend 4 more times. Exhale. Inhale 3 more times. Exhale. Inhale 2 more times. And 1 more time. And release the weight, the hand. Come to your plank pose. Hold here in your plank pose. Tap just your knees to the ground. Lower halfway. Lift the knees up off the ground. Open your chest, find your back bend. Exhale, press back into your downward dog. One big breath here. Maybe a few big breaths. I'm out of breath. Lift your right leg high to the sky. This time bend the right knee and peel open the hip. Stretch that right thigh. Square off your hips now. Stretch the right leg all the way back. Step the right foot forward between your hands. Bring the left foot to meet the right foot at the front of the mat. Fold over your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up. Circle arms up and overhead. Exhale, release your hands by your side. Take your arms overhead. Exhale, fold over your legs. Step the left foot back. Low lunge. Grab your weights on the way up to your high lunge. Bend the back knee. Tilt the front of the pelvis and lower the left knee almost to touch the ground. Bring your weights to shoulder height and then press up and lower down. So the lower body stays still. Up, down. 3 more times. Up, down. 2 more times. Up, down. 1 more time. And release the weights down. Release your hands down. You're going to straighten the front leg as you step the left foot shorter and wider. Both legs straight, both heels on the ground. Fold over that right leg. You might feel this in that hamstring or somewhere else in that leg. 1 more breath. And take a big step back with the left foot so you're in that low lunge. Press yourself back into your downward dog. Roll forward to plank, and now we're rolling over to the left side. So a left side plank. If you're doing this extra component, the lightweight comes with you. Right arm up and over the right ear. Right leg lifts. Exhale, draw knee to elbow. Inhale, extend 4 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale 1 more time. Exhale. Inhale, release the weight, come to your plank. Woo, that's hard. Tap your knees to the ground, lower half chaturanga. Lift your knees up off the ground from your half chaturanga. Roll over your toes, open your chest. Exhale, either back to downward dog or tap your seat to your heels. Take a moment in child's pose. 1 more breath. And start to rise back up to your down dog. Send the left leg into the air. Bend the left knee, peel open the hip. Stretch here. Re-extend the left leg now. Step the left foot forward between the hands. Right foot meets left foot. Fold down over your legs. Roll your way up to stand. Circle arms up and overhead. Exhale, release your hands by your side. Go ahead and step yourself long on your mat. So toes pointed forward to the long edge of your mat, outer edges of your feet nice and parallel. Take your light weights or your medium weights depending on what you want to do. You can test it out and see what works for you. I'm going to use the light weights because I'm out of breath. This is hard. From here, pivot the left toes, the front toes forward. So you end up in a warrior 2. So the back toes are coming forward just a little bit more than the back heel, so the heel's a little bit farther back. And then lift the lower abdominal muscles in. Take your arms to a T. Palms are facing down. As you inhale, straighten the front leg. Rotate the palms up to the sky to touch. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, rebend. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Hold here and breathe. Take the right arm down the right leg. Stretch the left arm back, but keep the left knee bent. So reverse your warrior. And then come in to your side angle pose. I'm going to switch out my light weights at this point for something a little heavier. Maybe the heavy weights or the mid weight. I'm going to do the mid weight. So you're in a side angle pose. My left forearm is resting on my left thigh. I'm going to let that right arm release down. I'm going to pull up, draw the elbow straight up to the sky, release down. Pull up, release down. 3 more times. Up, down. 2 more times. Up, down. 1 more time. Up, down. Release that weight. Take with you again your light weights as you rise all the way back up. Now we're straightening that front leg. So coming into a triangle shape with the lower half of the body. Hinge yourself forward. Stretch the left arm long. Take take the right arm up and over. So parallel arms here, breathe. If you need to micro bend the front knee, then do so. Breathe here. Breathe here. One more breath. And then go ahead and release into your triangle pose. Option to keep the weights in your hands if you want that extra resistance, or just let the weights go and take one more breath. Bring your hands to your waist, rise all the way up. Pivot the left toes in. Take the right toes open. Warrior two facing the back of your mat now. Arms to a T. Breathe here. Palms are facing down. As you inhale, circle all the way up. Palms come together. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. And now we're coming into that side angle pose. So I'm going to bring with me my medium weight. My right forearm is draped on top of the right thigh. And I'll let the left shoulder square off with the right shoulder and draw my elbow straight up to the sky. Release down. And pull up and down. 3 more times. Up. Down. 2 more times. Up. Down. 1 more time. Up. Down. And from here, I drop that weight and reach for my lighter weights again as I rise up. Straighten the front leg. Now that right arm is going to come straight out in parallel. Left arm up and over, and breathe here. 1, 2, 1 more breath. 3, find your triangle pose from here. Take your gaze up to the top hand. 1 more breath. Come all the way up. Pivot those right toes forward so you're back in your wide straddle. And then start to fold yourself forward. Let the blocks go. You can keep your hands right under your shoulders. You can walk your hands underneath you. You could also walk your hands really far forward and press your weight back into your heels. So see what feels the best to you. Take a few breaths here, releasing. 2 more breaths. And bring the hands right under the shoulders. Now bend really deeply into the left knee. You can actually pivot the left toes so they come towards that upper right corner of the mat. Bend into the left knee. The right foot can stay grounded. You can even use your weights for a little elevation here. You can also pull the right toes up to the sky. So we're stretching that leg a little bit here. Take a few breaths. And plant that foot down and come all the way over to the other side. So right toes pivot towards that back right corner of the mat. Peel the toes up if that feels good. 1 more breath. Come back into that wide straddle. And then you're going to rise back up. As you do so, you'll want to locate your weights. I'm moving mine so they're accessible. So we're rising all the way up. I'm going to use my heaviest weights for this. You can decide what works for you. I'm going to do a few different things here. So reaching for my heavy weights, bend your knees if you're picking your weights up from the ground up. Come into your goddess squat. So my toes are open diagonally. My pelvis is nice and neutral. I'm not rolling my knees in and I'm not tucking my tailbone under more than what is neutral and natural. I'm going to use these weights to do some upright rows here. So in this goddess squat, lift up, lower down. Lift up, lower down. Up, down. 2 more times. Up, down. 1 more time. Up, down. And now with these weights in hand, I'm going to bring them to my waist here. So adding a little bit of intensity to the legs. Start to lift one heel at a time up off the ground. Back and forth. Back and forth. A few more times here. And you also have the option to continue to rotate side to side or to lift your heels up off the ground. Your legs would be shaking. So my legs are, I don't know if you can see it in the video, they are shaking, shaking, shaking here. Breathe into that. Either alternating back and forth or both heels are lifted. 1 more breath. Release the heels down, straighten the legs. I'm going to come more into a traditional squat. So feet parallel and a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Sit your seat down. Make sure you can wiggle your toes so your weight is sending back to your heels. And then as you do so, I'm lifting, oh, I can't do it with the heavy weights. I got to switch my weights. I'm lifting my arms up in line with my shoulders. And then I'm rising all the way up. And there's a little thrust forward here. So you're going to send your weight back, weights up, a little thrust forward, a little engagement of the glutes. Send back and up. 3 more times. Lower, up. 2 more times. Lower, lift up. 1 more time. lower, lift up. And now stay in your squat. Arms can be lifted or not. Use your abdomen here to support your lower back. Breathe here for 5 more breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set the blocks off to the side. Bring yourself down onto your bottom. Take a big breath if you need to. I'm out of breath. If you have a yoga strap or you have something you're using in place of a yoga strap, go ahead and grab that. Bring your feet, your knees, your shins, your thighs parallel to one another. Hold this strap a little bit wider than shoulder distance, but nice and tight here. You're going to lift your feet up off the ground. Try not to let your feet touch the strap. So draw your knees into your chest. Loop the strap under the heels. Don't touch the feet. Straighten the legs. Come back where you came from. We're going to do this 10 times. That's 1, 2, 3. I think my counting's off. 4. You can release the strap if you need to. 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you dying right now? 9. One more time. 10. Set the strap off to the side. Release your feet down. Take a little break. Let your head go. Let your neck go. You can do this next component either with or without a weight. I'm going to use my heavier weight, my 10-pound weight here. Just one weight in both hands. Knees come right back where they were before. Palm that weight, and you're going to rotate to the right and to the left. Right, left. This is the 3rd series and the 4th. We're going to do this 10 times. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Set that weight off to the side. Whew. Lay on your back. We're not done yet. A little bit more core. And I'm going to use the light weights for this. You can play around again with what works for you. I'll take my ponytail out so it doesn't bother me. I'll lay on my back here. Lift the legs up to the sky. Take your arms up and overhead. Circle the arms up to reach the toes. Then lengthen the arms and the legs. Lift legs and hands up. That's 2. Doing 10. 3, 4, 5. You can do it. 6, 7, 8, 9. One more time. 10. Ooh, and then let it all go. Lay on your back. Bring the soles of your feet together and your knees open wide. Let your palms release down. Take a few big breaths here. Plant your feet back on the ground. Bend your knees. Take the right ankle over the left thigh. Come into your figure 4 stretch. Your hands can come behind the left thigh or on top of the left shin. Release the left foot down. Take the left ankle over right thigh. Same stretch, opposite side, figure 4. Breathe. One more breath. Release the feet down. Now drop both knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Let the knees release over to the right side. Take a tiny shift of your seat over so that your torso and your bottom are all in one line. Arms to a T, and then take the gaze over the left shoulder. Come back to center. Release the knees to the left. Gaze over the right shoulder. Come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest and then separate the knees wide apart. Bring the soles of the feet parallel to the sky and come into your happy baby. From your happy baby, You want to pedal out the feet one at a time. You can, stretching the back of the legs. A few more breaths. Go ahead and release your legs long on the mat. Take a big stretch, arms up and overhead. Stretch all the way from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. And then release your body for your final resting shape, your Shavasana, just for a moment here. Allow your body to become still. Allow your breath to slow down and to quiet. And allow your mind to get a little quiet. Once again, start to stretch your arms and your legs. When you're ready to draw your knees into your chest, you can give yourself a little hug. Rock yourself up to sit. Come into your cross-legged seat in the normal way that you would, and then switch the cross of the leg. So the opposite cross is on top or in front, the opposite leg. Close your eyes if you've opened them. Rest your hands on your thighs or your knees. Take 3 big breaths with me. Inhale in through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands together at heart center. Take a quiet moment here, reflecting on your practice, returning your awareness to your intention. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, release your hands. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your practice. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Namaste.